Thank you for listening. A list of content warnings can be found in the episode description. Take care. Enjoy the show.
Yes, very strange symbols. You say this was left to you? Strange indeed.
Yes, it was an inheritance.
I see.
So, you recognize the symbols?
Vaguely. Some of my father's notes had references to such glyphs. Of course, his notes are almost as unintelligible as these.
But can you translate it?
But this language is a long dead one, known to virtually no one. I believe my father did know it, and may well have been the only man in Sigil at the time that would have been able to comprehend such writings.
Finam, the linguist, gently folds the pages of this dodecahedron shut and hands it back to you. Do you have his notes with you? He looks over his shoulder to the piled stacks of tomes and parchment that cover almost every solid surface in this small abode, and shrugs.
Yes, somewhere, but they'll be of no use to you if you are looking to translate anything directly. And the few actual books he had pertaining to that language disappeared around the time of his murder, I believe. Quite unfortunate.
I'd very much like to see them just the same.
Well, his particular methods of annotation are quite hard to decipher. I've made notes on his notes of my own, just to try and collate everything he had. It was all in my research journal, but I seem to have misplaced that recently, and I haven't the time to go searching.
I'll find it for you then. Where did you last have it?
Well, I'm not certain. It might be at, but perhaps it somehow found its way into the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. But how that could have come to pass, I do not know.
Fine. I'll go look there. You had said your father was murdered.
Strangled, he was. He had left a tutor someone. He taught various languages to supplement his research income, and was discovered dead in a side chamber of the Civic Festhall. The killer was never found. This was perhaps 50 years ago now. I was but a child.
Could he have taught this language?
Well, surely he could, and would, were he alive today. My father was said to be a great teacher. I've his skill in linguistics, but not his patience for others, sadly.
Is he interred at the mortuary?
Why, no. His ashes are kept here.
Finam points to a bronze urn sitting atop a stack of books beside a bouquet of long-dead and dried-up flowers.
Why? A necroscope, are you? Speak with the dead? No matter. I appear to have run out of time. Do return if you find those notes, but you'll have to excuse me for now, sir. Farewell.
Farewell, Finam. Planescape Torment, the Unofficial audio series. A narrative let's play adapted and produced by RevocerGM, combining in-game audio with additional voice acting through dialogue and descriptions to improve your listening experience. Rediscover the amazing story of the 1999 cult classic isometric video game, Planescape Torment, like you've never heard before.
The brothel of slating intellectual lusts.
Chief, I don't say this enough, but you are a true friend.
Put your tongue back in your head, Skull. They're just a bunch of posh turrets.
Now, Fiendling, I have to ask, where did you get that accent?
Accent? What you on about?
Never mind.
Come on, let's get inside. The Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts is a beautiful, oval-shaped building surrounded by twisting pilasters that coil about the structure, resembling the intertwined fingers of two clasped hands. Between the columns, panes of tinted glass mask an inviting glow of laughter and light within. Inside, you are enveloped in a warmth and hospitality beyond that which you have felt before. The fresh scent of eucalyptus clears your head from the fumy weight of Sigel's air, and a stream of merriment trickles playfully into your ears. It is as if some enchantment on the place itself has been set to smooth the tension away from your bones. A kindly-looking older man sways in the foyer towards the exit, almost bumping into you as he clears the laughter from his eyes.
Pardon me, good sir. I did not see you there.
No problem.
Oh, very good, very good. Excuse me, what is this place?
The old man smiles, his eyes twinkling with joy.
I can tell you that it is the most wondrous establishment. The ladies here are so enchanting. Even that deliciously mouthy Kamaxi in her own special way.
But
please, young sir, speak to Fall from Grace of the Brothel. As proprietor, she may share with you much greater insights into the place than I have to offer.
The man steps outside onto the street and gazes at the rising buildings before taking a deep breath and heading into the Sigil morn.
Farewell.
Past the entrance, the space opens out into a wide cylindrical colonnade, forming a cloistered hub of sorts that spreads into multiple adjoining chambers. It isn't busy, but what patrons do mill about are as varied a display of plainer peoples as you could expect, all with an ease and contentment as if held in a dream.
Excuse me, sir.
A young woman begins to approach, her bright blue eyes beaming.
Greetings.
She places a gloved hand in yours and curtsies gracefully, her rosy cheeks dimpled with a smile of delight.
Well met, good sir. And how are you this fine day?
She suddenly notices your scars and places her hands over her mouth.
Oh my, you're hurt.
She blinks.
All over. Powers above, Chief. She's right. I never noticed before. You're covered in scars.
They're all old scars. I'm fine.
She nods quietly, lowering her hand.
I do have some questions, though.
Uh-huh.
She can't seem to tear her eyes from your scars.
Oh, how shameful of me. I don't mind my rude staring.
She, again, makes a little curtsy.
It is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for the slating of intellectual lusts.
Are you, the proprietor?
Me? Lady Grace? No. Forgive me. I'm so embarrassed. I'm Nanny, one of the students here.
Students?
Mm-hmm.
She returns to staring at your body.
Oh, you have tattoos under those scars, too. What's that one?
That one's,
looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink. I think that's ink.
She squints at the tattoo and then reaches out to touch it.
Well, maybe... No, I think that's ink. Is it ink?
She traces a finger around its edges.
What a pattern. Oh, look at the way the lines intersect here. That's simply amazing.
She then purses her lips and frowns in disappointment.
I could make it out better if there weren't so many scars.
There's nothing to be done about the scars, I'm afraid. I tried. They're permanent.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pox on me for even mentioning them.
Her face contorts into a cringe.
But I have to know, are you absolutely sure you're all right? I'm looking at you, and I can't help but believe that you're not in some pain.
None of the physical variety, really.
Oh, are you hurt inside? In the head?
She clasps her hands eagerly.
Well, mayhap I can help. In fact, I know I can. Part of a sensate's training is to learn how to draw hurt from others. Our mistress says a sensate may draw pain from a wound and bring it into oneself. But nonetheless, I can help. May I try? Oh, please, say yes.
Yes. Please do.
Nenny clasps her hands and makes to rest them lightly upon your forehead. As she draws near, you notice Nenny's skin is lightly perfumed with the scent of lilacs. She rests her gloved hands gently above your brow and closes her eyes. She then hums lightly to herself and you feel a faint warmth spreading throughout your body. Thanks. That felt nice.
Sure. I was so glad I could help.
I had a question.
Oh, please, ask.
What exactly is this place?
This place? It's the Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts, a school that was started by a mistress fall from grace. The prostitutes here, like me, are taught the ins and outs of talking to people, all to help us learn more about ourselves and others. I love it here. It's a non-stop wave of experiences crashing into me, filling my head with fresh new ideas.
I guess it's good that there's something in there. Hey, Anna, was that a smile?
Quit, Skull.
Ignore them. So what is it that you do here?
What do? I talk. Like I'm talking to you, silly.
She giggles and pokes you in the belly.
Just like I talk to all the patrons here. All the prostitutes do. That's what the brothel's about.
Right. I think I understand.
Learning new ways to talk and share experiences and understand other people. It's one of the greatest pleasures.
Nenny, is everything all right?
Oh, Mistress Grace. I was just greeting our guests here.
Thank you, Nenny. I'll see to them for now.
No,
it's okay. Well done. Thank you.
Nenny gives another quick curtsy,
Sir? Mistress Grace?
then walks away. Before you is a golden-haired woman dressed in a violet and azure blouse underneath a fine leather bodice, and draped across her shoulders are two long, elegant wings. She is doubtlessly one of the most beautiful women you have ever seen. Greetings. She takes your measure, then nods slightly. Her eyes are azure too, and they lock you in a gaze that leaves you feeling both exposed, yet comforted.
Well met, traveller. How may I help you?
She reaches up to brush back a stray lock of golden hair. Who are you?
I am called Fall from Grace.
She studies you for a moment.
You are new to Sigil, are you not?
No. I suspect I have been here for quite some time, actually. Fall from Grace raises an eyebrow.
Indeed.
Yes. But that is a long tale. Perhaps longer than I know. I'm more interested in what this place is.
This is the Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts.
She studies you again.
I take it by your question that you did not intend to partake of this establishment?
Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts? What kind of brothel is this?
I established this brothel to give those lustful fevers that strike the mind more avenues of expression rather than the simply carnal. Much pleasure can be had in conversation and engaging in the verbal arts with others.
Sounds dull.
I assure you it is not. Tour the brothel. See for yourselves.
So, this is a brothel where there's no intercourse.
Only of a psychological nature. Rest assured, it is still quite stimulating.
I have to ask, why did you establish such a place?
That is an odd question.
She frowns.
I don't think anyone has ever asked me that, at least directly.
My apologies, Lady Grace. I didn't mean to be so direct. I was merely curious.
Oh, no apologies are necessary. I'm more than happy to discuss the reasons with you if you wish.
I would like to hear them, yes.
Part of the answer to your question requires that you know that I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes that one should experience as much of the multiverse as possible.
And that is why you established this place.
This brothel is intended to slake the lusts of even the hardened intellectual. It is designed to stimulate the mind, to heighten one's awareness of themselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. It is for those who seek something more than the shallowness of fleeting physical pleasures.
I see. So, this establishment just encourages intellectual fencing rather than, well, another kind of fencing. The women here must be special indeed.
The women here are aspiring sensates. They have come to me in search of instruction, to prepare themselves to enter the faction. Also, many of them have a natural grasp of language that can shatter the crust of the most hardened individual.
So, you're a sensate then? She bows slightly.
Yes. And to further answer your previous question, I hope that by learning the art of language and its subtleties, that the patrons and the students here may learn more about themselves. One is only as limited as their command of the language. To be able to employ language to evoke emotions in others is a tremendous skill.
I see. Can I ask you some other questions?
Yes?
Sorry, your name is Fall from Grace.
I am full from grace.
A mock frown furrows her brow.
Can it be you've forgotten me already?
Lady Grace, I assure you, you have no fear of being forgotten by me. You are quite memorable.
What you on about bandying around them fancy words? Has your sense left you?
I was just complimenting her so she would pardon my rudeness, Anna. All right?
You playing the dandy, so you are? And what fool you are for doing it with a fiend? Are you bound for the cackle house next?
No offence was meant. Forgive my teasing.
No harm was done, and no apologies are necessary, milady. Can I ask you some other questions?
Yes?
If I may ask, Lady Grace, the wings on your back, you're not human, I take it.
She's one of the fiends. One of the succubi she is. She'll take your measure, then she'll take your soul to the lower planes, so she will.
Your companion is correct. I am a lesser Tenari, more specifically, a succubus.
She gives a soft sigh.
I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with various pleasures of the flesh.
And you?
I'd like to think that I've distanced myself from that. It is ultimately a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. There is much more to life, wouldn't you agree?
Perhaps so.
Anyway, you didn't come here to flatter me and talk about my wings. Why are you here?
I came here looking for help. Perhaps you can help me.
Help? What kind of help are you looking for?
I seem to have lost my memories.
If you've forgotten my name again, I will find it harder to forgive you this time.
No, I've lost the memories of my past. And in so doing, I've lost myself.
You've been stricken with amnesia.
Fall from Grace looks a little pained.
How terrible. Do you have any idea how it happened?
Not really. At least not that I can remember. I woke up on a slab in the mortuary, and everything before that is black.
You awoke in the mortuary?
I think the dustman mistook me for being dead. Or I was dead, or something. All I know is that my skin heals remarkably quickly. I could be immortal, but I don't even know that for sure. The Lady Grace seems to be appraising you with renewed interest.
Those scars on your body.
She reaches out a hand as if to touch you.
May I?
Sure. Fall from Grace drags her finger across your chest lightly, tracing the edges of your scars and following the curves where they blend into some of your tattoos, just as Nenny had done minutes before. She seems fascinated.
These scars do look as if they would have taken several lifetimes to accumulate.
They certainly do, though some are more recent. Fall from Grace steps back.
Some of those wounds would have been fatal to a normal man.
She taps her chin, thinking.
What do you intend to do now?
Well, I need to get my memories back, and my life back. It seems I am set to scour the plains and search inside myself until I can piece together who I am and what brought me to this state. She begins to pace about, and then turns to look you dead in the eye, as if she were trying to weigh the truth in your words.
I must say, I've never met a man who had lost himself in the literal sense.
She raises an eyebrow.
Forgive me, but your condition is intriguing.
Well, I'm glad you think so.
I've offended you with my words.
She bows her head.
I give my apology if you will have it.
Apology accepted. She nods.
And you came here to solve all of this?
No, I came here looking for a book.
A book? We're no library.
One of your patrons left something here. Finam the linguist. His research notes, I think.
Well, you are welcome to tour the brothel and look around. And of course, if it will help, several of our students are well versed in the verbal arts. Perhaps some of them will be able to rekindle your memories.
I may do that. She holds your gaze as you linger here. Something makes you reluctant to leave her presence.
Yes?
Would you?
What is it? Are you hoping for a guide?
Kind of. Would you like to join us on our travels? Anna stiffens, then starts muttering under her breath.
Who's to say she'd be coming with us? We didn't need the likes of her, so's we don't.
By that, fiendling, I'm all for the succubus coming with us. And powers know you're about as fun as passing a caltrop through your bowels.
You best latch your bone box skull, or I'll rattle you so hard they'll be picking your teeth off the spire.
Travel with you?
Fall from Grace smiles slightly. She seems to be ignoring your companions.
That's rather forward of you.
I'd rather be honest with my intentions. You seem extremely pleasant and well-versed in the ways of the plains. A companion with that kind of knowledge would be most welcome.
Hey, wait just a minute. I'm the one with the well-versed plains stuff. That's my job, Chief.
Having two people knowledgeable about the plains in that band seems pretty smart to me. Besides, I said pleasant too, Mort.
Pleasant on the eyes, maybe. It looks to me like all some chit has to do is show a little skin and you'll sign a write-up. I mean, not that I mind, really. I just thought I'd mention it.
Noted, Mort. Look, Lady Grace, excuse me if I'm being too forward, but would you care to travel with us?
I appreciate your candor. I shall counter with some of my own. Why should I travel with you?
Lady Grace, I intend to travel to places perhaps no one else has ever been to, or could reach. Would that not interest you?
It would. It would indeed. Yet...
You mean you wouldn't be interested in traveling with an immortal amnesiac who is searching the plains for himself?
When you put it like that...
She smiles slightly.
Such a suggestion is intriguing, make no mistake about it.
Then you would like to travel with us, then?
If you wish me to, then there is something you must do for me.
All right.
There are 10 students in this establishment. You have already met dear Nenny. I would like you to speak to all of them, then return to me with your thoughts. Then we shall see if we shall travel together or not.
As you wish. I'll go speak to them then. I will return when I've spoken to all of them.
Chapters of Dust. There are chapters in the Dead Book, the massive tome which the Dustmen keep, that records the passing of all that lives into the eternal boundary. In this book, there are chapters that are naught but dust, and it is believed that the names therein are lost souls who cannot die, but must suffer life eternally, until history itself dies and grants them release.
Thank you. I have another tale to share with you. Between the Hive and the lower ward, there is an alley. This alley had come to see many things, and through the seeing had begun to grow. In this low-lit, pillowed chamber, you begin to tell the tale of the Alley of Lingering Sighs, the alley that had divided itself to give birth to another, to Yves, the tail chaser, one of the students of the brothel. And as you do, her eyes, wide in the candlelight, devour your every word. Her room is adorned with drapes of fabric and hanging silk. Glinting charms decorate the low shelves, and fragrant steam billows out of a small teapot set above an ornate samovar, a cocoon of mystery and warmth that invites you to share the tales of your past.
I shall remember this tale. And now, I have one for you. Before I begin, I must ask, Do you know what a modron is?
No. She takes the teapot and refills you and your companion's cups.
Modrons are creatures of total law, almost more machinery than living things. There are many different sorts of modron, but all have their place in a very rigid, carefully organised hierarchy. So dedicated.
All the patrons within the brothel wear this mantle of contentment that can come only from experiencing something truly magnificent. There is, however, one group that seems somewhat less affected by the comforts of the place. Huddled together are three strange polyhedral creatures, seeming to be as much machine as organic in nature, each with four jointed arms attached to cubic bodies cased in brass, and with paper-like wings rising from their shoulders. Unlike the mechanical limbs, however, their faces sport dewy, oversized eyes and plump, pouted lips that you are not certain are supposed to be grotesque or alluring. They look almost identical to the cube-like toy that you had bought from Vrashika's curiosity shop.
Oh, come on, Chief. We're in a building full of some of the hottest chits this side of the multiverse, and you're stopping to talk to Modrons?
What's wrong with them, Mort?
What's there to say? Annoying little clockwork pests, always working to impose law and order upon the multiverse. Not good, mind you, just law. Let's forget about them and go chat up the ladies, eh?
I don't know. I kind of want to hear what they sound like.
Fine, whatever. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Greetings. The three Modrons pivot to you in turn, each taking the cue from another.
Your greeting is returned. Identify yourself to us.
I'm not sure who I am.
We would know why this is so.
I don't know. I just can't remember.
All things should have a name. All things should be identified. We find your answer unsatisfactory, but it shall have to suffice for the present. We would identify ourselves as Modrons, Quadron type, winged variant to the subject.
I see. Can I ask, what are you doing here?
Our purpose here is observation.
What are you observing?
We are observing one of the establishment staff.
Who are you observing?
As previously stated, we are observing one of the establishment staff.
Yes, but who exactly are you observing?
The object of our scrutiny is named Delora.
Why are you watching her?
We have not been informed as to the specific purpose or purposes which resulted in our being given our present task.
Okay. I say, I have this toy. Do you know what it is?
The clock and the quadrone. Once upon a time, there existed a Modron. It was newly created, its logic fresh and untested, and it had come to Sigil, following the commands of its Modron superiors.
Go on.
It knew of nothing but commands and dictates, of obedience and passing along the orders of its superiors. For you see, Modrons are only aware of the commands of their immediate superiors. They have no grasp of a higher authority. Until this one.
Go on.
One day, it came upon a small shop, within which there was a small clock that could no longer tell time. It was cracked along the edges, the wheels of its hands broken. The Modron immediately set itself to work at getting the parts to fix the broken clock. It made a new wooden housing for the clock's parts, replaced the bent springs, carefully filed and oiled the clockwork machinery, and carved new hands from the sparse metal available to it. The newly repaired clock's precise ticking reminded it of the great gears of Mechanus, and it comforted it as much as anything may comfort a Modron.
Go on.
What the Modron never came to understand was that it truly loved this clock that it had worked on, and for reasons it could not explain, elected to remain in Sigil and be with the clock for the rest of its years.
Greetings. Before you is a dark-haired, pale-skinned woman with eyes the color of brushed steel. She sits at a small, round, marble-topped table with the ordered composure of a painter's subject.
Greetings. I'm called Delora. Please sit.
Even as she ushers you to the stool opposite her, her movements are precise and sparing.
May I serve you somehow?
In what ways can you serve me, Delora? She blinks her eyes, then touches her hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly.
I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently, if that is your wish. I'm also well-versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play something, though I have the materials for few such games here.
Debating and games. I will say this is not what I was expecting to hear when I entered a place called a brothel.
Then you must have been mistaken as to the purpose of this establishment. The brothel caters to lusts of the cerebral sort, and not those of the loins. In any case, I can assure you I would make a most unsatisfactory partner.
Oh? Why would you say that?
That is simply my nature. Allow me to show you.
Delora runs the back of her hand along your forearm. Her skin is smooth and dry, but cold, like chilled iron. The touch sends a shiver down your spine and sets the hairs of your arm on end.
Do not trouble yourself to ask who or what I am, for I will only tell you that this is simply my nature.
Very well. You had mentioned debating. Delora nods.
That is correct. I am neither a tome nor a tutor. I have no desire to educate my patrons. Should you have a matter to discuss, however, the 15 factions and their effect on Sigillian politics, the most effective battle stratagems for warring in Acheron, the meaning of existence itself, I would be most pleased to choose a counterpoint and engage you in debate.
What about death?
What about it?
The debate lasts a long time, as the two of you exchange points and counterpoints, each attempting to methodically undermine the other's position. As you speak, a strange feeling begins to come over you. A memory trying to surface. The vision of a great hall begins to form in your mind. A vast place, full of well-dressed governors and emissaries. A formal ball was taking place. Before you, there was a small, impeccably dressed fellow who wore a golden medallion. It was emblazoned with a symbol you dimly recall as the sign of one. The two of you stood in a circle of onlookers who've gathered to listen to your debate.
But that's impossible!
The man was saying, looking perplexed.
Oh, but it is.
You recall yourself replying.
I've made several inarguable points and given you a number of examples. You simply don't exist.
You can't. Were I to accept that, I'd...
Yes, you'd cease to exist.
And without a flash of light or puff of smoke, and with no fanfare of any sort, the man was simply gone. The onlookers oohed and ahed. Some clapped. You remember giving a flourishing bow and walking away, a small, satisfied smile upon your lips.
Are you feeling well? We might finish our discussion at another time, should you like.
No. Let's continue the debate. Though Delora is extremely hard-pressed to beat you, she eventually prevails. Her infallible sense of logic at last wins out over even your most brilliant arguments. She seems to take no joy in her victory, however, merely nodding in approval.
You are a most skilled debater. There is no denying. I feel that, had you time to perform some research, I might not have bested you.
I don't know. You're quite an opponent. Delora nods.
If you would like, we can debate once more upon the same topic. I could argue your position this time, should you desire it.
Oh, wait. Are you always so ruthless in a debate? Delora nods again.
Yes. I don't think it would serve anyone to concede after such a hard-fought exchange. Perhaps, instead, you would try me at a game?
Yes, I'd like that.
Of course. Is there anything in particular you wish to play?
No. I don't really remember any games.
Here then, allow me to show you one.
Delora brings out a thin, lacquered box, which unfolds into a small board marked with a grid. The contents of the box prove to be a number of polished stone chips, half of them black, half of them white.
This game goes by many names. Shall I explain the rules to you?
Yes, please. She explains to you the rules of the game, how the chips are moved, how one bests one's opponent. It seems somehow faintly familiar to you.
The rules are simple, yes? But a great deal of complexity lies within the game itself. It takes a great deal of time to master. Shall we play?
Yes, let's. As you play, you come to realize that you've done so before. You recall various ploys and strategies that have won you previous games, and employ every trick you know to beat her. And again, that strange feeling returns. Memories of a smoke-filled field of battle begin to fill your mind. Atop a great hill overlooking the fighting, you sat, mounted upon a massive four-legged beast. The braying of horns carried your orders to the troops below. Even as you watched, your forces divided, fleeing left and right as the foreign army fought its way up the hill to slay the enemy lord. You, the fools, you had thought, lips curling into a wicked smile.
My knights shall charge down the hillside and stop their advance in an instant. And at that very moment, my retreating footmen will fall in to crush their flanks. Yet another victory soon to be mine.
You suddenly realize Delora is watching you intently.
Again, I must ask you, are you sure you are feeling well?
Yes. Thank you. Let's continue. Delora plays excellently, counteracting all but your most crafty moves. But eventually, your feints and calculating maneuvers win over her well-crafted strategies. She nods approvingly, without a trace of scorn from her defeat.
You are a fine player, perhaps a master. I commend you for your skill.
Thanks. You played as mercilessly as I could hope to expect. Delora nods.
Yes. Mistress Grace instructed me to hold nothing back in either game or discussion, for another of her students plays so that her opponent will always just manage a win. It was Mistress Grace's desire that I provide a different sort of experience, a true challenge, rather than something that might be more pleasing to one's ego.
I understand. Can I ask you something? Delora casts her eyes to the floor with a sound that might be a sad sigh.
I am willing to serve you as a patron, but have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies, but I fear you shall simply have to bear with that for the time being. We could play another game.
What's wrong? Anything I can help you with? She looks up from the floor and into your eyes. Once more you are struck by the pale smoothness of skin, the cold depths of her silvery eyes.
No. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think, all things shall be resolved.
Are you certain there's nothing I could do?
Certain.
Delora pauses, considering.
No, I am not. If you do truly wish to aid me in this matter, my first love, Merriman, possesses still the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy.
Why don't you seek him out? Speak with him. Delora shakes her head.
I may not leave this place. The reasons why are deeply personal and not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me. But suffice to say that I cannot seek out Merriman myself.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll find this Merriman. And I'll speak to him on your behalf. Delora nods, the slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips. She then bows her head.
Were you to find and speak with Merriman, I would be most grateful. He is a member of the Society of Sensation, so you may wish to ask for him at the Civic Festhall.
I shall remember this tale. And now I have one for you.
Go on.
Once came a man who had experienced the most beautiful thing in the multiverse. It was his intention to place the experience within one of the Civic Festhall's sensory stones, magical devices which held feelings and memories for an eternity, leaving them for others to partake of.
Go on.
But he thought about it. Wouldn't its being shared dilute the experience? So he held it to himself, precious thing that it was, and aged with the memory. But, as he aged, the memory became tarnished and beaten, and he could no longer recall the glory of the experience.
Mort, do you have a story to trade?
Me? Why do I have to tell a story?
Forget it then.
No. I'll do it. I just thought I'd complain a little out of convention. Besides, I love the attention.
Fine. Go ahead then.
An elderly man was sitting alone on a dark path, right? He wasn't certain of which direction to go, and he'd forgotten both where he was traveling to and who he was. He'd sat down for a moment to rest his weary legs, and suddenly looked up to see an elderly woman before him. She grinned toothlessly, and with a cackle, spoke.
Go on, Mort.
Now your third wish. What will it be? Third wish? The man was baffled. How can it be a third wish if I haven't had a first and second wish? You've had 2 wishes already, the hag said. But your second wish was for me to return everything to the way it was before you had made your first wish. That's why you remember nothing, because everything is the way it was before you had made any wishes. She cackled at the poor Burke. So it is that you have 1 wish left.
Go on, Mort.
All right, said the man. I don't believe this, but there's no harm in wishing. I wish to know who I am. Funny, said the old woman, as she granted his wish and disappeared forever. That was your first wish.
In another part of the brothel, you find a room filled with countless half-painted canvases and little bundles of scrap paper. Bunches of flowers sit in vases on every shelf, some bright and flourishing, but most at differing stages of decay, an artist's nest if you had ever seen one. And at the heart of it all, bundled herself in a nest of blankets, is a young woman staring listlessly off into space, sighing with melancholy and occasionally picking at the seams of a velvet gown, her fingers stained with paint and charcoal.
Greetings, my lady.
She gives you only the briefest of glances before staring off into the distance once more. It's difficult to discern whether she's depressed or simply bored.
Greetings. Yes, I am named Juliet. How may I... Ugh, never thou mind. Thou don't look like the sort that cares for all that. Thou may stay, but I have little will to converse, or leave if that's why thou art here.
She gives an exasperated sigh and begins staring into the charcoal sketch that had just drifted to the floor.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing at all. Only that I spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase its dreadful, tedious passage.
This particular sketch seems to be a self-portrait, based on what you can see.
Is your life so tedious?
Alas, it is.
She sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temples.
Dreadfully boring.
Well, perhaps I could make it less boring for you, my lady.
No. 'Tis kind of thee to offer, though. I am already with someone, sir, and I do love him dearly. 'Tis just that I wish...
She taps her finger against her chin.
Something more of our liaison?
Is the relationship lacking, then?
The only thing it lacks is... excitement, sir. Our families took the news of our courtship splendidly. His siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union to be blessed by the powers themselves. All is fine and good, but things are going so smoothly. 'Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship.
I don't know about that.
Dost thou not? Hast thou ever had such a courtship?
She glances briefly at you, then double takes as she notices your scars.
'Twould seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin.
She frowns deeply as she takes in your visage. Then she picks up a piece of charcoal and some paper and begins scratching away.
I can't remember any courtships I have had. The remnants of the ones I have encountered suggest that I may have had some problems.
'Tis just that. All my friends have such interesting relationships. One's fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at one another's backs, poison and mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me and whom the world loves. A great source of annoyance. How I wish I could formulate something to spice things up.
That doesn't sound wise, Juliet. I would relish what you have.
I wish to experience troubles, though. I wish to experience the ups and downs of courtship. But with him, no other. Such a thing is love. It can be dull as a club and is of no use to an aspiring sensate.
What did you have in mind to spice things up?
I'm not sure. Some element of danger or jealousy, something intense.
Why not have an affair?
She stops sketching and smirks.
What? And with you, I suppose? No, I'm flattered, I'm sure. I'm just teasing you. But I could never go through with it. I don't actually want to hurt him, you see.
All right. Well, why don't you make up some fake love letters to suggest a hidden affair?
Juliet's eyes brighten.
Oh, excellent notion, most excellent. But he knows my handwriting. Ooh, wilt thou write some for me?
Not my sort of thing. I can maybe find you some, though.
Oh, wouldst thou? Excellent. And when thou dost find some, please give them to my love Montague. He may be found within the Civic Festhall.
Anna, do you have a story to trade?
Hey, I'm not good at telling such things, I'm not. Don't be asking me for such nonsense now.
Come on, fiendling. You already have one tale you won't part with.
Wait. Well, I know one story, but you might not like it. You won't. So don't be blaming me for you choking it out of me.
Go ahead, Anna.
I heard a story when I was a wee lass. This Burke's walking home real late near Auntie Peak and passes an old toothless crone in the dark and in the otherwise empty street. Where you going? She asks him. Home, to me wife and Kip, he says. Near the Slags? She asks him. Sure enough, he says. So she asks him a favour, to take a box she's got to a debtor's pit and give it to the woman there. Now, this Burke's a real sap. Too nice to say no, despite the fact he's sure something's not quite right about this old crone. And he agrees. But what's the woman's name? He asks. Where does she live? Where should I look for her if she's not by Debtor's Pit? The woman hands him the box, a wooden thing, wrapped in coloured cloth, and tells him to just go, and she'll be there. Finally, she warns him, and whatever you does, do not open the box.
Go on.
So, he takes it home with him and hides it in the rafters, thinking he'll bring it by Debtor's Pit when it's light out. His wife, though, seeing him hide in the box, gets right jealous, thinking it's a gift for a lover or something, and opens it up as soon as he's not looking. Well, turns out the box was full of gouged out eyes and severed male members with the hair still on him. Her scream brought the Burke running. He remembered what the crone said, got right scared, and wrapped the box back up.
He went out straight away to Deda's pit. And sure enough, there was another old hag waiting there for him. He hands her the box, and she says to him, "This box has been opened and looked into." The poor Burke tries to deny it, but she gets this dreadful look on her face. "You've done something horrible," she tells him, then disappears. That done, he hurries back to his kip. He's feeling ill when he gets back and takes to bed. His wife bitterly regretted opening the box and all. But it was too late. The next day, he died of a rotten disease. And the first things to go was his eyes and stem.
Anna nods grimly, her tale complete. Yves smiles.
That was a wonderful tale, Anna. You should never hesitate to share it.
I had a question for you, Yves.
Yves nods quietly.
Why are you called the Tale Chaser?
Once upon a time, a girl came to an oracle who was rumoured to know many things and asked of it a boon. Her life was in need of direction, so she asked this oracle as to what would give her purpose.
Go on.
Now, the oracle was not evil, but it was vague and tended towards drink, which caused it to be obscure in many matters of judgment and focus. Its only answer to the girl's question was that within one story that she would hear in her lifetime was the truth that she sought. The girl went off and collected stories, which she chases to this day, not knowing which of the thousands hold the truth. Such is the danger of a foolish question and the wisdom of an unspoken one. And now, the execution. Once, a murderer roamed Sigil streets, a black-hearted man by the name of Cossacks. He had been blessed by his abyssal mother so that no one could strike him with an intent to harm, or they themselves would die. He revelled in his blessing, using it to start fights and murder anyone who crossed his path. During one of his murderous rages, he was captured by the Harmonium with nets and brought before the governors. The trial was short, final, yet Cossacks laughed at the proceedings, knowing that no one among them could harm him without dying horribly. At the final day of his trial, he was proclaimed guilty and sentenced to death. Cossack's sentence proclaimed by the governors was this: confinement for thrice 30 days, during which time you shall give up your life, be declared dead, and your body removed when all signs of life cease. Cossacks laughed and dared any of them to try and harm him. Yet the court was silent. The mercy killers led Cossacks to their prison and locked him in a dark, empty cell. There was no cot, no lights, and the only door was a steel grate in the ceiling. As they lowered him into the cell, the mercy killer told him, "In the corner of your cell, you will find a chalice. It holds poison. Your death will be swift." "Aren't you going to execute me?" Cossacks snarled at the guard. "No one in Sigil shall lay a hand on you with intent to harm," came the mercy killer's reply. "Then I spit on your cowardice," Cossacks laughed, feeling for the chalice in the darkness, and hurling it at the wall and shattering it. Its poison dripped from the walls and dried, until it was no more. "Come then, you will have to try and kill me now." But there was no response from the grate in the ceiling. It was then that Cossacks noticed the cell had no cot, no lights, and no food and water. All that remained was the shattered chalice, the poison gone. And for the first time, Cossacks knew the icy touch of death's approach. In twice 30 days, the grate opened, and Cossack's body, now cold, was taken from the cell. It had given up its life, and the execution had been carried out.
You were introduced to Vivian, another of Fall from Grace's students. A tall, broad-shouldered woman with strong, sharp features, accentuated, almost theatrically, by her expertly applied makeup. She bears herself with the refined demeanor of an aristocratic upbringing, holding a small, fine paper fan and wearing an iridescent gown of spun silver thread. A white fur shawl drapes about her waist, and dangling from her neck is a small crystalline phial. She is perfumed with an intoxicating scent that envelops you in her presence. She looks you over, arching an eyebrow with what you sense to be a feigned disapproval.
Am I to presume I am being summoned?
Summoned? I wouldn't dare to presume that, my lady. She nods imperiously.
Go on, then. Why are you here?
I have been invited to tour the brothel and meet all of Grace's students. I am to believe the experience may help me.
Oh, how so?
I have lost myself.
Lost yourself? What a pity. Well, if I do see you about the place, I'll be sure to let you know.
I'd be most grateful. What is it that you do here?
Aside from my work here as a student? As it happens, I'm actually looking for something myself. You would not happen to have smelled it, would you?
Smelled it?
Yes. I have a particular scent that seems to have gone wandering. 'Tis somewhat difficult to keep in one place. I hope that someone did not take it by accident, though you never know with the ladies round here.
She pouts and flicks her paper fan, embracing you within her scent.
So, by any chance, have you smelled it somewhere?
What's that phial you've got on your necklace?
Oh, that. 'Tis a phial of mere perfume, and in no way compares to my personal scent.
You smell quite nice right now, you know. She scowls for a moment, then smiles at you.
Yes, and I thank you for my compliment, but I assure you this particular aroma is nothing to what I have lost.
How can a scent go wandering? Vivian shakes her head.
You are precious, aren't you? I had meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here are a bit jealous at times, and have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has absconded with one that I had perfected over the years, and now poof, 'tis gone. I need not bear such annoyances. I want that scent back, and I want it now.
How would I know it if I found it?
I assure you 'tis quite striking. You wouldn't miss it.
All right. I'll keep my nose open.
That's sweet of you. Are you certain I do not wish to impose?
No imposition. I am pleased to help such a lovely woman as yourself. Anna mumbles something angrily behind you. You catch the words piking and Egypt stick. Vivian smiles and nods to you.
You are too kind. Very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I am somewhat anxious to get it back.
The next of the students you encounter greets you with a wickedly playful grin. Her crimson eyes, shimmering like firelit rubies, glide over you as though appraising a fine meal. She has a striking appearance, even amongst the women of this brothel. A thick mane of wavy auburn hair and deep bluish skin. Her room is a boudoir of sumptuous fabric and elegant finery. A decanter of inky heart wine sits beside the large oval-shaped bed that dominates the space, and her silken sheets are embroidered with the symbol of a half-lidded eye.
Greetings.
And my greetings to you, sir.
Her burning gaze roams over from you to your companions.
I'm Kesai Saris. So, tell me, friends, what might I do for you?
Anything. You do anything you want to me.
Kesai laughs heartily, revealing canines long enough to be considered fangs. She shakes her head and smiles at Maud.
Truly, though, please sit.
She slides herself back, creating some room on her mattress.
What can I do for you?
Well, what do you usually do for patrons?
Talk, of course. Usually about dreams. Even those erotic in nature, but not always.
Kesai winks at you, smiling, then pours you some of the dark wine.
So, would you like to tell me yours? Now, don't be shy. I've heard everything, you know. Nothing will shock or surprise me, and I so love to hear people's dreams. We can trade if you'd like to, but you must go first.
My dreams were recently revised when I saw you, my lady.
Were they now?
Kesai's eyes gleam as she smiles and looks you over once more.
You look very savage, you know? Tell me, are you rough with your lovers? In the act, I mean. Very physical?
Only if it pleases them, I guess.
I thought you'd say as much. I'm quite rough myself. I like when we lovers throw each other around, and I particularly enjoy biting. I've sharp teeth, though, so I have to take care. Sometimes I get carried away and draw a little blood, you know?
Oh, it's enough to make me weep. Where were you when I had a body?
Stalking the outlands, most likely. But that was a rhetorical question, wasn't it?
You have sharp teeth. Kesai nods.
I certainly do. Would you like to see? Here.
She opens her mouth slightly, running her violet tongue over her bottom teeth. I don't think I'd mind the biting.
I doubt I'd get through that thick hide of yours anyway. Do you have much sensation left in your skin?
No. Sadly, not really. The scars are very thick.
Oh, well, that's a shame. You do have a lot of scars.
Kesai leans in close to your face. Her breath smells faintly of lilac.
Even your lips and the lids of your eyes? Tell me, are you scarred everywhere? You know, everywhere.
No, not really. Parts of me have managed to stay somehow out of harm's way.
That's good then.
Kesai withdraws from you a little and puts on a mock serious look.
You still haven't told me about your dreams, you know?
She then ushers you to lie back down.
Come on, let's have them.
I don't have dreams, actually.
Truly?
Yes.
Even fiends and devas dream, you know. Are you certain you don't?
Quite certain. No dreams at all.
How sad. Too peculiar. I'm at a loss for what to say.
I've actually commissioned something called a dream builder. I'm assuming, if it works, I'll have something to share then.
A dream builder? What is this? A contraption? A spell? A tonic?
I don't know. It's not been finished yet.
Oh? Well, yes. When it is, do share. Till then, what happens when you lie to sleep?
Sleep isn't always easy for me, my lady.
Oh. How so?
Troubled mind, I guess.
There's something you won't tell me. And that's okay. Takes time to build trust. I won't pry. Yet.
She rolls away a little.
So if not for dreams, why are you here?
Questions, I suppose. Kesai blinks her crimson eyes at you, awaiting your question. I don't mean to be rude, but what are you? Kesai shakes her head.
What? Can't you tell?
She draws herself up, pushing her chest out towards you.
A woman.
She raises an eyebrow.
I'm plain touched, actually. Like your friend here.
Kesai indicates Anna, who currently looks about as comfortable as a mouse pinned under a cat's paw.
And that's all you need to know. Until we can build that trust.
Fair enough. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be?
No, I don't.
Kesai frowns.
Most of the others will say she's prissy, but I've always quite liked her. It helps that she always compliments me on my eyes. Try asking Nenny about it. She's everywhere at once and must have seen something.
You do have very lovely eyes, you know. Anna sneers, rolling her eyes. Don't be upset, Anna. You're just as lovely.
Right, that's it. I'm off. I'm not just going to sit around watching you flirt with these tarts. Find me when you're done.
Anna stalks out of the room. Kesai Ceres shrugs and looks back to you.
Why, thank you. You can see them glowing in the dark, you know? Bizarre, no?
I have another question. There is something I would like to know. Why are you here?
To entertain your questions, it seems.
She winks at you.
Really, though, I'm a student of Mistress Grace's. All the prostitutes in the brothel are.
Sure, but why are you here?
I see. Well, the brothel is actually a school for women who are thinking of becoming sensates, which is what I hope to do. I think I was born to be one. I just want to know things. Mistress Grace teaches us the ways of language so that we can better identify with ourselves and those around us. It lets us experience the planes more fully, you know?
Forgive me, but had you not been experiencing much of the planes while stalking the outlands, as you put it? You don't seem to be someone who was sheltered.
Oh? Well, perhaps we should trade places and I lie down and you begin to guide me. But I understand your point, sir. I like it here. You meet all sorts. And it's comfortable.
I've offended you. I am sorry.
No, not at all. If that's all it took to shake one of Grace's students, we wouldn't last long here in Sigil.
You continue to talk with Kesai Ceres, learning a little more of her past and sharing what you can of your own. You learn that she, along with many of the other students, did not intend to remain in the brothel for any great length of time, but often found it to be a better alternative to what might await them beyond Sigil's ring. She had indeed wandered the outlands alone for many years, feeling ostracized and outcast. She then came to Sigil and found she was not alone in her nature, and in meeting Grace, grew to trust that she could engage with people without provoking fear or scorn, and learned through her affinity with dreams, nightmares, and the expanses of the deep ethereal that she could guide people in understanding things veiled within their subconscious. For the many joys of this place, it is a lot to take in all at once, and fall from Grace's request to meet the students of the brothel has not proved as simple as you had perhaps first thought. So,
finding a door that no patrons frequent, and that shows neither light nor music from within. You seek a little respite and step inside. It is cool and almost completely dark in the room, barring a few cracks around the shuttered window and beneath the door that you close behind. And you turn, relieved now for the peace and quiet. There is a faint herbal aroma in the air, and as your eyes begin to adjust, you see a room appointed similarly to the other ladies of the brothel, but divided in two by a folding partition, and against a wall you see what looks to be a mirror covered with a heavy blanket. Drawing the fabric aside, there is just enough light to make out the blurry edges of your form. A large figure, blotting out the small points of light behind that now outline your shoulders. But in the darkness, you can see no scars, no tattoos. Just a black shadow, a man-shaped hole in the frame. You can hear a faint whispering sound, like a slight breeze. The sliding of fabric, and the barely perceptible vibrations of movement behind you. Suddenly, you turn. Flashing across your dimmed sight, a limb strikes out, grabbing the bolt of cloth behind you and casting it across the mirror.
Sorry,
Squinting at the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a form in the darkness. It turns to you, but you can see nothing of its face.
Greetings.
Yes. Come to speak with Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind my partition like so. Rude and foolhardy.
My apologies, my lady. I wasn't sure if someone was here.
But it would seem there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way, then?
Not just yet. Wait till my heart climbs back into my chest.
Oh. Did I frighten you? Forgive me. I hadn't meant to disturb your privacy in my room.
I am sorry. I did think it was empty. I was just looking for some quiet.
That I can relate. But you are still here now. Why?
I'd ask you some questions.
Ask?
Why do you remain behind this screen?
Is it your wish that I step away from the partition into some sliver of light and speak to you face to face?
Marissa laughs, and there is a dry scraping sound.
Nay, I think not. The darkness suits me, and doubtless suits you as well.
But I would know. Why is it so dark in here?
To prevent any unwanted and embarrassing casualties. Now again, what is it that you want?
I want you to come into the light.
Nay, and the addition of please will not serve to persuade me. What do you really want? Surely you did not come all this way to see me.
No. But I am here now, and I do want to see what you look like.
You have no such want.
Oh, I do.
What do you look like? The darkness hides us both. Let's make it a game. I'm frightfully bored. Let me guess. Are you a human? Male?
I think so.
You think so? How could it not know?
It's kind of complicated.
Indeed. It must be too great for a mere mind such as mine to grasp.
I really have no sure idea of what I am.
Truly. That's almost interesting.
There is the sound of hissing in the darkness.
Describe yourself for me.
I'm tall, muscular, and horribly scarred.
Indeed.
She pauses for a moment.
How were you so horribly scarred? Wait. Never mind. I do not wish to know.
Now describe yourself for me.
Some might call me beautiful. I have pale skin, a lithe figure that had once been desired.
Once?
Some still do.
Who are they?
Those not dissuaded by other features I possess.
There is a hissing sound again.
Not all are so eager to see me when they know of my forked tongue, the scales on my flesh, and hair made up of writhing asps. Are you not dissuaded?
Not yet.
Well, I'll spare a final detail and say only that my eyes are bright when open, and that is something you would not want to see.
Are you a fiend? Marissa laughs lightly, the sound accompanied by a slight hissing.
No, hardly. Though I've some powers some might call fiendish. My glance turns living things to stone, for instance. From beings of flesh to statuary with the bat of an eyelash.
That must be inconvenient at times.
You think so? That must be why I sit here, alone, in the dark, hiding behind a partition.
Though you can't see Marissa, you're certain she's sneering. She suddenly sighs.
And you sit alone all the time?
No, not usually. I had a means to leave the room safely that seems now to have gone. A crimson veil. You haven't seen it, perchance?
No. What's it for? Is it just a normal veil?
No, not quite. It aids me in communication. Face-to-face communication, that is.
And so, until you have it, you're stuck here.
Enough with these asinine questions. How tiresome you are. What is it that you want? Why are you here, tall, muscular man?
I want to know who you are and what it is that you do here.
What am I doing here? Sitting with my thoughts. Listening to you voice yours. The silence of both of them, literal then figurative, is deafening.
Tell me of them.
Oh, I think not. You would find them most unflattering at this moment.
Fine. Stay in here. Remain with your thoughts. Farewell, Marissa.
Closing the door to Marissa's chamber, you turn and see Nenny picking blossoms from the great tree in the center of the cloister.
Nenny, can I ask...
Oh, well met, good sir. I'm Nenny. And how are you this fine... No, we've met before.
Nenny giggles and smiles gleefully at you.
I'm sorry. I knew you looked familiar, though.
That's all right, Nenny. I need your help with something.
Oh, of course. What do you need?
I'm looking for a few things that have gone missing in the brothel. Vivian thinks there might be a thief. What is it?
Oh, no, I just can't. I can't say anything bad about anyone. I'm just no good at it.
It's not bad to point out a thief, Nenny.
Oh, but I don't know if she's a thief.
Nenny bites her lip and looks at you with pleading eyes as if she just wishes you'd leave the topic alone.
Okay. Well, look, why don't you, for me, just try and say something not nice about this person?
Oh, all right.
Nenny puts her hands on her hips and frowns deeply, almost exaggeratedly.
Ooh, I dislike her very, very much.
She pauses for a moment, then looks at you out of the corner of her eye as if gauging your reaction.
Was that convincing?
No, not really.
I knew I wouldn't be any good at this. I just don't like saying bad things about someone. It feels wrong.
Well, look, that's okay. Look, why don't you practice on me, Nenny? I won't mind.
Well, I suppose I could try. You big, mean, nasty brute. Meanie. How was that?
Put more accent on brute.
Well, you big, mean, nasty brute.
Better. Now hit me.
Oh, no, I couldn't. I mustn't.
No, go ahead. Do it lightly if you have to. Remember, I'm a mean, nasty brute. I deserve it. Nenny slaps you on the chest. You barely feel it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That felt weird. Was that okay?
Don't break character, Nenny. Come on. Show me what you got. You can say something bad. Just let it all out.
Damned be you. You deserved that for all the indignities you put me through. Going out late at night, getting into fights, and getting all scarred up. What the kids gonna think, huh?
Kids?
What?
Nenny's fury rises another notch.
Have you forgotten our children? Are you so sodden with drink that you can't even remember that we have children?
Nenny throws up her hands in exasperation.
You're hopeless, clueless, and a whole lot of other lessons that I won't mention right now.
Not bad.
Whew! Oh, that was easier than I thought.
No kidding.
Oh, and I'm sure I'll do better next time. Oh, I'm so excited to have tried something new. Thank you.
Sure. I have that question now.
Oh, please, ask.
I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be?
Maybe. I saw Marissa sneaking out of Vivian's room last night. Now I'm not saying she took it, but I know Marissa's a bit of a recluse. She keeps to herself, and, well, that sure sounds suspicious, huh? I'd go ask her about it.
Really? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
It's just... Well, I'm also trying to find Marissa's veil. She says that's gone missing too.
Oh.
Do you know anything about that?
Well, I'll bet I do. I also saw Kimaxi sneaking out of Marissa's room last night. Well, they're both a little mean, you know, but Kimaxi's really mean. Anyway, you should talk to her too.
Kimaxi?
Yes, Kimaxi Adatone.
From within this chamber, you hear the muffled sounds of someone being whipped or beaten, yelping in pain.
Get out of here, you clueless dungheap.
Excuse me. Sorry,
A panting, sweating man then stumbles out of the doorway. His face is bright red, and a small bruise has started to bloom beneath his left eye. You all right? You got quite the shiner going on there.
What?
How'd you get the black eye?
Oh, this. Long story, sir. I might sum it up in 2 words. Kimaxi Adatone. I will tell you no more. Head inside and find out for yourself.
Stepping inside, immediately, the wild-looking tiefling girl within meets your gaze with an angry scowl.
And just what are you looking at, you banged-up sod?
Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered by only a narrow leather thong, a black cloth brassiere, and decorative armored shoulder pads. Her spiked hair, as well as the thin fur that covers her goat-like legs, is brassy white, and numerous silver rings dangle from her ears, nostrils, lips, and brow. Who are you?
My name? Uninterested. I can guess yours, though. Scarbunch. Scarp it before I put a fire under your ass.
Yeah, assume it's Kimaxi, Chief, just like it says on the collar. She sneers at Mort, then looks below him at the space where a body would normally be.
Sharp tongue for a stemless deader.
Tongue? Not on me. Like I'd let mine anywhere near if I had one, though. I can't believe they even let you in the door with all those ticks hopping off your shaggy hide.
Ticks? The only insect around here is you.
Me and a whole army of your fleas, you goat-gammed wretch.
You wish you had gams like mine, you impotent little bone box. I can walk, run, dance. What do you do? Bob around wishing you had a pair, goats or otherwise.
She suddenly turns her attention to you.
Hey zombie, you here to talk to me or what? I'm not spending any more time near you deaders than I have to.
What else would I do with you?
What did you have in mind, you sodding jawbox? Go ahead, give me a reason to say no to you.
What do you usually do?
You not pay attention? I'm a practitioner of abuse.
What's that even mean?
I'll show you.
Her hand lashes out to slap your face, but you manage to barely dodge the blow, her steel-capped nail grazing your cheek.
Oh well.
Kamaxi pouts visibly, then scowls.
I would have thought something half-animal would have faster reflexes.
Oh, you can think. Huh. You know, I would have thought something half-zombie would have slower reflexes.
Well, you thought wrong. I imagine that happens a lot.
You must imagine a lot. Imagine you're not so thrice-damned hideous. Imagine anyone might take you seriously. And stop staring at my breasts, pervert.
Oh, is that what those are? Sorry, I just thought you'd spilled something down your chest while feeding.
Look, if you can't identify a pair of breasts as nice as mine, you obviously haven't spent much time in the company of a woman.
Wait, you're a woman? I never would have guessed.
Why don't you lick my backside?
My tongue's not wide enough and I don't like hair in my mouth.
Well, you clearly like the taste of offal, you dung-breathed cretin.
Only because it's like kissing you mangy stinkpot.
You? Kiss me?
She makes a retching sound.
Ugh. I'd rather kiss a mass of bloody phlegm than lay my lips on you. No thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank the power someone actually wants to kiss you.
Kamaxi looks at a loss for something to say. For an instant, a smile threatens to crack the grimacing mask of her face, and she sets it back into a fixed scowl.
All right, what do you want of me?
Questions answered.
Fine. Whatever. Ask.
What is it you do here?
Not you, that's for certain.
She smirks at you.
I'm contemplating the best way to tell you to pike off. I already told you.
But why?
Cheaper than keeping a pet.
Next question. You've been seen sneaking away from Marissa's chambers. You steal her veil?
Who told you?
She suddenly falls silent, glaring at you through narrowed eyes.
If I was in there, Burke, I didn't take that filthy rag of hers.
Well, if you didn't take it, then where is it?
Up your arse, perhaps? Else I don't know. Search my room if you'd like. I catch you sniffing at my breeches, though. I'll rip you open a new set of scars.
Why would anyone ever sniff at your breeches?
Beats me. Someone has nicked a few pairs of them, though.
Fine, whatever. I'm also trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where that might be?
Try a hive gutter. Or perhaps one just smells like the other. To be serious, though, Marissa stole it.
But Marissa, really? Are you sure?
No, but I'm hoping you'll go stomping into her room and upset her enough to do something awful to you.
A little weary of going back and forth, you gently knock on Marissa's door and push it ajar. Marissa, it's me again. Marissa's cold, cruel voice hisses from out the darkness.
It returns. You have a reason for coming this time, I trust? Or just more of your pointless questions?
More pointless questions, Marissa.
Ask.
I was told you were seen sneaking away from Vivian's chambers recently. Is that connected with her missing scent somehow?
Marissa says nothing at first, though an angry hissing issues from the darkness around her.
Yes, I've been known to creep into Vivian's chamber for some of her perfumes, though I doubt you'll meet another here who hasn't. If you're implying that I've got her personal scent, well, feel free to sniff around. You'll not find it on me or in my chambers, I assure you. Perhaps whoever took my crimson veil took Vivian's scent as well.
bullshit. Don't be upset, Anna. You're just as lovely. What's that supposed to mean, pike and tart? Do you think me jealous of this chatty tart? Sod. I find this stupid book and get out of this powder box. What's this? Why won't you open? Hello?
Hello indeed.
What?
So, what have we here? A rogue after some lady's treasures,
You talk?
Do I? Oh, why, yes, I do. I am Louis. And who are you, thoughtless, uncouth wench, rummaging about in other people's things?
Well, never mind that. What are you doing here?
Well, ma'am, if you must know, I am being an armoire.
But why? What are you? A perv?
I happen to have become an armoire because I want to be an armoire. Thank you very much. It's not to linger here amongst the garments, nor to spy. Such accusations are an insult to a practitioner of the magic arts. I am merely soaking in the experience of what it means to be an armoire. The sensations.
Oh, so all the women know about this then?
Yes, they do. And they wholeheartedly approve of... Well, not with their entire hearts, exactly. And while they have not spoken of their approval in my presence, since they are not exactly aware that I am an armoire, I would not want them to know that I am anything but, and so have not been able to inquire upon the matter.
You know, I think I'm going to tell the mistress and have you chopped into kindling.
No, don't tell anyone, no, damn. I knew I should have kept quiet. I'll leave soon, I promise. I'm just not ready yet.
Whatever. But I'm going to need something from you to keep this quiet.
Oh, fine. Take what thou will. I'll keep quiet if you do.
I don't need any of that tat.
Well, what are you doing looking in these drawers?
Looking for a book.
A book?
Aye. Research notes. Finnam the linguist.
Exploring the brothel further, you find a doorway that leads off from the main cloister and down into a beautiful subterranean garden. A large copper sculpture depicting a nymph rises from a pool of glittering water, and roots from the tree in the chamber above weave from the ceiling like braided hair, tasseled with colourful lichen and beads of glowing glass that light the space. Dotted around the outer wall, large sensory stones shimmer within their alcoves. Sat before one of these stones, you see a woman gazing into its pearly white gleam. The glow about her face sparkles with the glint of tears upon her cheeks. You make to leave, not wanting to disturb, but immediately she notices your presence and quickly stands, wiping the tears from her eyes.
Apologies. I didn't mean to interrupt.
She does not answer, but shakes her head with a slight frown, then ushers you to sit on one of the cushions before her.
Greetings.
The woman smiles and offers a slight bow of her head.
I hadn't realized there was anything down here. It's beautiful.
She nods.
I have some questions.
She looks at you, silently awaiting your questions.
I'm trying to find... I'm trying to find Marissa's veil and Vivian's scent. Do you know where either of them might be?
She simply shakes her head and gives an apologetic smile.
Ah, okay. I've been asked to meet with the 10 students of the brothel. You're the... Well, I'm assuming you're a student.
She nods again, raising an eyebrow.
Well, you're the 9th student I've come across, but I cannot find a 10th. What am I missing here?
She looks a little confused.
All right.
I'm looking for Ravel Puzzlewell. You don't know anything about her, do you? Suddenly, her eyes flash, and she smiles, nodding. Really? What do you know? She then soundlessly sighs and shrugs. Sorry, can you not talk? She smiles sadly and shakes her head. I see. Okay. What about mime? Right? She frowns and shakes again. So, you can't communicate at all? Why? She rolls her eyes. No, right. Of course. Are you silent because of a broken heart? She smirks a little and shakes her head. Did your voice cause someone's death or some other tragedy? She pauses at this, opens her mouth, then frowns. After a moment, she shakes her head. Do you know the word that will undo the multiverse if spoken? Her eyes widen in surprise. Then she gives you a beaming smile, rolling her eyes and shaking her head. After a brief and pleasant, albeit one-sided, conversation with the silent prostitute, you head back upstairs and find Nenny to ask about the missing items within the brothel.
Well met, good sir. I'm just kidding. I remember you, of course.
Thanks, Nenny. Nenny giggles and smiles gleefully at you.
So, you found what you were looking for?
No, but I did want to ask you something.
Sure, go ahead.
Camaxi said someone's been taking things from her room, too. The missing veil, the stolen perfume, it's all sounding a little odd. Have you seen anything else? Nenny's eyes suddenly go wide.
Oh, no, that's right. You know, I did see a man sneaking out of Camaxi's room while she was out talking to a patron. I watched the front doors all that day to try and speak with him, but he never, ever left. Isn't that odd? I don't think he could have made it out a window, and so I never figured out where he went. And then, well, things moved on, and I totally forgot about it. Weird, huh?
Yeah, that's weird. What did he look like?
Whatever he looked like then, I'm sure you won't find him now.
With a tap on your shoulder, you turn and see Anna with a knowing smirk on her face. Anna? Well, what do you mean?
I mean that I think I know who your thief is.
Anna leads you into one of the brothel chambers. It looks similar enough to all the others. A simple but finely furnished room, but devoid of any personal effects. Anna sidles inside and leans against a wooden wardrobe.
Go on, Louis. Say hello.
Anna, what's going on? She suddenly gives the wardrobe a sharp kick of her heel.
Ouch! You cur!
What the?
What is the meaning of this intrusion? Can an armoire not be left in peace, unplundered by marauding adventurers?
Anna, what is this?
You said something about a missing veil?
Right.
Well, here's your thief. Louis the Armoire?
Thief? How dare you make such an accusation? I am not the one roaming about private rooms within the brothel.
I'm gonna need someone to explain what's going on.
Your friend, Nenny Eyes in Her Ass, or whatever her name is, said she saw someone leaving one of the girls' rooms. I think if you look inside these drawers, you'll quickly find out who's been snagging stuff from around the brothel.
You think? You think? How could you be so alarmingly rude, so ludicrously presumptuous as to spout forth such an accusation without being absolutely certain of your charges?
As Louis rails and curses, his drawers open and close, and you notice a small bundle of crimson cloth tucked alongside some clothes. The repeated opening and closing of the armoire drawers make it difficult to grab, however.
How dare you! Impertinent, brassy cur! Why, I ought to...
Stood poised at the edge of the armoire, you nod to Anna and signal to get ready. It keeps gabbing on and on, but it never seems to stay open long enough for you to make a grab for it. Then suddenly, you shove your arm into the opening as Louis attempts to snap it shut.
Grab it! The red one!
Got it? You pull your arms free from the drawers, with fresh bruises blooming about your wrists and elbows.
Oh, damn it! You rogue, blackguard, scoundrel! You give that back this instant. That's not yours. That is an exceedingly personal garment that belongs to a lady of this establishment, and they would not appreciate you fondling their private things.
Oh, but it's all right for you. You wouldn't pervert.
I'm not doing anything so criminal and malicious as you are. I'm merely soaking in the sensations necessary to my growth as an individual.
Yes, yes. Farewell, Louis. Anna hands you a translucent crimson veil, lightly perfumed with a unique and most pleasant fragrance. You've never smelled anything quite like it. Nice work.
Right, let's get this sorted and get out of here.
You find Vivian walking around outside of the central cloister. When she sees you, she greets you with a pout, followed by a slight smile.
The charming adventurer has returned. Had you any luck in finding my scent, perchance?
I think so. I found it in this red veil. Vivian's eyes light up.
Oh, how simply wonderful.
She takes the cloth from your hands, then mutters a few words over it before returning it to you. As she does, she shakes out her crimson hair, and in moments you are surrounded by the most intensely exotic and, frankly, arousing scent you have ever had the pleasure of smelling. Far amplified from when you had merely smelt it upon the veil. That smells incredible.
It does it not?
She smiles at you and looks you up and down.
And as you have done a favor for me, so I wish to perform one for you. Stand close to me, scarred one.
You step closer to Vivian. She takes your hand and, turning it over, takes a single cautious sniff of your wrist.
Phew.
She wrinkles her nose.
Vinegar? Or embalming fluid? Here, I will remove this smell from you.
She mutters a few strange syllables, and a light tingling sensation spreads over your skin. In moments, the chemical reek that you had no doubt gotten used to lessens substantially.
There. How is that? People should be less inclined to jump to certain conclusions about you.
I see. Thanks, Vivian. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
I met a student, but I couldn't get her name because, well, she cannot speak.
You mean Echo? She's a dear. Quiet.
Though, unfortunately, to some, that may be part of the charm.
There is all manner of speculation as to why she is silent, but I think 'twas some trauma. Delora might know best. She was known to speak to a man Echo once loved, before she lost her voice.
Right. Thank you. Farewell.
You are welcome. Farewell.
Marissa, I'm back.
Oh, you tiresome creature. Must you magnify misery by multiplying it with your own? Why have you returned?
Actually, Marissa, I've brought you your crimson veil.
Then would you please hand it over?
Of course. Here you are. You hold the crimson veil before you and feel her take it from your hands. 2 shining points of red light appear before you as she opens her eyes.
So that's what you look like. Perhaps I would have been better off with my eyes shut.
Watch that forked tongue of yours, Marissa.
Do not even get me started.
I have a question.
Ask.
I've spoken to 9 students altogether. Do you know where or who the 10th student is?
I spend much time here in my chambers, but I think that even I would know had a 10th student arrived. There is none currently.
That's all I wish to know. Farewell.
Farewell, scarred man. Thank you.
Sat at one of the couches near the entrance that look out of the main chamber, you see what appears to be a noblewoman. Her green eyes scan over the students and patrons alike, and a pleasant smile rests on her face, creased with age and a lifetime of thoughts. She gives you a nod as you sit by her, and continues gazing at the others. Greetings.
Well met, good sir. Might I be as bold as to say, before you ask anything of me, that I am not one of the students?
That's fine. I'm not here to ask anything of you.
Good.
You're a patron, she nods.
That is correct, young sir.
Can I ask, why do you come here?
Oh. Well, friendship, I suppose. I came here one evening to see for myself why my husband was constantly paying visits to the place. I became fast friends with a number of the students, and so here I am.
Fair enough.
There is a great deal to be learnt that one cannot find within a dusty old manor in the ladies' ward. Here, well, I am reminded of what can exist outside of Sigil.
Oh?
Of course. Another person's experience can be a valuable lesson. I consider myself friends with Vivian and Kessai Ceres, and occasionally chat a bit with that dear little sunfly, Nenny, and together we share a great deal of our experiences. While there are similarities, I could not say that one such as Vivian and I share even a remotely equivalent past, though our current situations may not seem all that different upon the surface.
I see. The lady rises from the couch and bids you farewell, leaving you to sit and watch the people chatting and laughing within the brothel. A fragment of relative normality, at least in the sense that there is no immediate danger or existential threat. And you wonder, perhaps, what your life might have looked like under different circumstances. It is certain that in one life you had been a prominent sensate, an active member of the faction. Is it possible that some of your previous incarnations chose to live their lives in this relative normality, not chasing the question of an unknown existence, forming friendships not based on a shared torment, but through a basic need of companionship? After a few minutes, Fall from Grace enters from a side chamber and greets you with a pleasant smile. Lady Grace.
You've returned. And what do you have to say about my request?
I spoke to 9 of the students, as you asked, but I could not find the 10th.
And you could not find the 10th student? How curious.
I'm thinking the 10th student is me, in which case I have spoken to all of them. She nods.
Very well. And your thoughts?
I have learned what it means to aspire to be a sensate, and that it is better to go in search of an experience rather than have it come to you. Fall from Grace nods again.
We shall see. I won't commit to traveling with you.
No?
Not yet. But if you still desire my company, I will show you around this small portion of Sigil that has become my world. Perhaps you will find me lacking, or I you, and we will have saved ourselves a great deal of time and energy. Or perhaps not.
So, you will join me?
For tonight, if you still desire it.
I do.
Oh, Mistress High and Mighty will be joining us? And what do we need her for?
You couldn't possibly understand.
I wish she'd fall from a great height. I might even bump her off myself.
Thank you for listening to Planescape Torment, the unofficial audio series, a RevocerGM production. To support the show and those involved, please consider subscribing to our Patreon or donating via our Ko-fi page. Links to both are in the description.